podcast full of mayhem awaits with Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. And it's mayhem at Chemist Warehouse. Stock up and save now with the Chemist Warehouse half-price cosmetics sale. It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Hello, Kymba.
Oh, hey.
How are you, boo?
Hey, street guy.
Yeah, street guy. Do you like this?
Backwards cap street guy.
I am backwards cap street guy with indigestion because I'm turning 40 this year. And I can't eat the things that I used to be able to eat, not a problem.
So dad of you.
I was dressed like this in trainers and shorts and somewhere between, like, I might go jogging, but I might also look after my kids at the playground.
It does everything, but what is your body still trying to digest
Just
from last night?
There's a bit of cake and some chilly that I had yesterday.
You know what? No, I didn't realise how serious it was. I shouldn't joke because now that I know that you can't digest cake, I'm actually devastated for you.
It is
like
horrific.
Cake is the one thing that I think I feel like 100% of the time. Like if someone said, "What do you feel like right now? Do you want this? Do you want that?" Like you could say cake, and I'd be hard pressed to say no at any point.
It's horrific, and if I can't do oily things anymore. I used to be able to do oily things, not a problem.
I'm so disappointed for you.
It's really bad. I hate this so much.
What if we just try to make it earlier? What if we ate earlier, like cake earlier in the day? Would you have made good on it now?
It won't change the fact that I'll get indigestion, but at least, you're right. By this stage, I won't have to worry about it. That'd be great. Hey, happy Mother's Day to all the mums who celebrated over the weekend.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, coming up a little bit later on this morning is a big day today because you are going to hear which dress our bride Lisa is going to be walking down the aisle in.
Because Josh and Lisa are getting married in a couple of weeks on our show. That's all that's left. It is literally a couple of weeks. We know that it's going to be at Barrett Lane. And we also know that the bride will be skydiving in.
Yeah, just hang on a sec. Just say that again one more time, please.
She's going to be skydiving into the wedding.
Skydiving in.
And I wonder whether that has impacted the dress choices because one of them that I was voting for was the sumo wrestling suit.
Yeah, and I wanted the balloon suit. The dress made out of balloons.
I begged people not to worry about the logistics and to leave it to us, but we'll see if the Temu dress, which was a fair bit ahead on Friday, we'll see whether that has turned around by this morning when we do the reveal to the bride of what she'll be wearing.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Tonight, have you been paying attention? Back on the screens of 10 at 7:40. Tom Gleisner is the host. Good morning, mate.
Good morning.
13th season? Who knew?
13 seasons of Have You Been Paying Attention? Tom Gleisner, I'm going to just go out on a limb and say, no, you're just showing off.
Well, you know what? We are apparently the third longest running show on Channel 10. We're coming in behind Neighbours and Maths for You at Home.
Well, we're very glad you're back. We love it. So, I mean, it's also the only way that I manage to get any news in my life at all.
That is a disturbing statement because I hear it a lot where people say, we get our news from your show. People, let me tell you, we're not a reliable source.
But you know,
can do better.
It makes life a lot more pleasant. Watching the actual news is quite depressing. Seeing it delivered by you guys, really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that is one upside to it. But as I say, if you want detailed nuance or accuracy, please, you can do better.
Okay. Now, speaking of which, this is one of the reasons why we love catching up with you when the seasons come back around, mate. Are we ready for a game this morning? You're the quiz master.
Absolutely, you are the quizzee. So I'll hit you with a couple of questions from the week's news. Your names shall be your buzzers.
All right, let's go.
Jump into it.
Let's go.
All right, Pope Leo gave his first speech at the Vatican in two languages, Italian and...
Kymba.
Okay.
Kymba?
Mandarin.
Would have been a bold choice. But
Pete.
no, it wasn't Mandarin.
It's one of the most important, one of the most spoken languages in the world.
Well, this is the second most, I think. Italian and, Pete?
Catholic.
Again, interesting choice. I'm going to have to take the points back from both of you. He actually lapsed into Spanish because he spent a bit of time in Peru, I think. So there you go.
Nice.
Right, nil point, as they say at Eurovision.
Una cerveza. Bésame tonto.
Thank you. In fact, there is a link. Eurovision kicks off this week. What country is the event being held in?
Oh, Eurovision.
Oh, dear. I reckon it's time Albania has a crack. Kymba,
Albania?
Albania.
Nice. No, in fact, it's Switzerland. Hey, do you know there's a version of Have You Been Paying Attention? It's in Cyprus, but the words don't translate, so their show is just called Pay Attention. With an exclamation mark.
I feel like we could use that instruction.
Yeah, absolutely. Big announcement from Socceroos star Sam Kerr this week. What's she just done?
Oh, Pete. She's had a baby.
Yes, little baby boy, Jagger. During a recent Australian concert, Tina Arena told her fans off for doing what?
Kymba. Singing along.
No, Tina would love a bit of a sing-along, and it wasn't filming it on the phone. That was okay too. She was. I'll give you a clue.
Pete. Was it arriving late?
Well, you're close to the zone. Her audience is, an older demographic, shall we say that?
Arriving too early.
No, they were apparently taking toilet breaks during some of her songs, and she felt, understandably, it's a little disrespectful. You're 3 verses deep on Sorrento Moon, and suddenly, you're off to the... All right. Shall we call this our tiebreaker?
Yeah,
tiebreaker. All right.
We're desperate for anything.
Okay. One of the BBC's most famous presenters just turned 99. Who was it?
One of the BBC's most famous presenters. Is this something we should know? We should know. We should know.
How many 99-year-olds can you think of on TV?
Yeah, there can't be many. It's got to be a character like a.
Think nature documentaries.
Oh, Pete. It's Sir David Attenborough.
Sir David Attenborough. Bonus points for the Sir.
99.
99.
What an absolute legend that man is.
Well, I have mixed feelings, Kymba, because when our show started... Oh, nice, Sorrento Moon. When our show started, we were given Channel 10's worst ever time slot of Sunday afternoon, and our lead-in... was a David Attenborough documentary series so old that the Great Barrier Reef still had coral. It was extraordinary. But anyway, happy birthday, David. And I think, Pete, you are our Have You Been Paying Attention winner for this morning.
Of course I am. Yeah,
you get one answer right. Yep. That's all you need on our show. We celebrate that kind of win.
Hey, Tom, always great to catch up with you, mate. Great to see 13 season. All right, kicks off tonight, 8:40 on 10 and 10 Play. Have you been paying attention? We'll chat to you again soon.
Good on you. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Kymba.
Thanks, Tom.
See you, Tom.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's yay or nay.
Good morning, producer Rami.
Happy Monday, guys. Ready for a yay and nay?
Yes.
First one, telling someone, pick out whatever you want as a gift.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
As a gift. That was the word that you used.
Yay.
Yay.
You know what I mean?
Pick whatever you want as a gift.
Yeah.
Like take the person shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I've done it.
Yeah.
Liz picked her Mother's Day gift.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So, as in, the kids just said, buy whatever you want and we'll pay for it, sort of thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you just do that yesterday?
No.
Was it yesterday morning you got up and you said, Liz, let's pop to the shops. Is there anything you want?
No, you give me a bit more credit than that. It was Tuesday last week because we needed enough time for it to get here.
Oh, okay. Good point. Well, the reason I bring this up is because my brother did the same thing to my mum for Mother's Day. But my mum's not the kind of person to react well to that sort of thing. And she froze up and didn't know what... She went to Bunnings, her favourite store of all time. She didn't know what she wanted.
Really?
We spent an hour trying to pick her a plant. She didn't know what she wanted.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I would find the same if it was pick something. Because also you're like, well, I don't know. Can you give me a budget? I feel weird.
Is it a $1,000 plant or a $10 pot?
Yeah,
what do you want?
Exactly.
All right, second one. Watching UFC for entertainment.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Nay. What's a UFC?
Ultimate Fighting Championship.
I googled what it stood for and I forgot.
Where they go each other and they're getting out blood like they're going for it, right?
It is wonderful.
Absolutely no.
It's such a ballet.
I'm the same with you, Kymba.
No.
I don't understand the entertainment value. It's like like gladiator days. You're just watching. You want blood.
Yeah, I miss those days too.
I missing something?
No, I will never accept that kind of brutality as a sport.
I don't get it. Well, hey, speaking of, I thought we'll just give him a shout out. Jack Della Maddalena.
That's
apparently
correct.
it's a big deal.
Yep.
Made a history overnight, Kymba. I know we don't care, but it's a good thing for WA because he's the first WA guy to get the UFC championship.
Great. I mean, he's not the first one to get a head injury, though, is he?
I'm done.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Now, it's been 21 years since Casey Donovan did this.
Here is your Australian Idol, Casey Donovan with their debut single, Listen With Your Heart.
Unbelievable. 21 years. It's
amazing
Seems
how
like
time goes.
Absolutely it does. A lifetime ago. But now in town for Sister Act, playing the lead role of Dolores Van Cartier, now playing at Crown Theatre until 25th of May. You can grab tickets from sisteractthemusical.com.au. Casey Donovan, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Casey, we're so thrilled that you came in. I mean, I have just been a fan of yours for so long. It's not even about Sister Act. I'm like, Pete and I are so looking forward to seeing the show this week, but producer Brooke's already seen it and she has not stopped talking about it.
Love it.
But I've been a fan of yours for such a long time because you're so sincere. Oh. I don't know how many times we would have interviewed you, but like Pete and I have been here about 100 years. And we have talked to you a number of times, and every time you're so delightful and charming. And from the minute you got into that jungle, I was like, she's winning this.
Yeah,
She's taking this out.
That's right, that happened.
Yes, that happened. Yeah, that happened. Do you ever look back on a few of the things that you've been through and gone, oh, God, that happened?
Yeah, basically the last 21 years.
Okay,
But no,
fantastic.
it's been great. I've loved all of the ups and downs, ins and outs and all arounds, and it's shaped me to be the person I am today. So, I'm very grateful and thankful.
Sisteractthemusical.com.au. This is, I just can imagine having grown up watching the movies and those movies dominating, like it was a big thing for our generation.
Yeah.
To know that on a Friday night on free-to-air TV, there was going to be a massive movie we were all going to sit around where Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act was playing.
Yeah.
What's it like for you to take that and then go, God, I'm in this show?
It's amazing. I don't know whether, young Casey planted a seed way back when as to, how much this movie shaped a lot of our lives. And, we look back on it and it's like, here's a lady that's seen her boyfriend, her mob boyfriend, kill someone, has to go into hiding into a convent, the last place she ever thought she'd be, and meets her community. Like, it's just such a beautiful thing. And then to play that on stage and to, have some Whoopi-isms in the show, I get to make Dolores my own, which is amazing. But, I have a little ode to Whoopi every now and again where she, she's always got that cheeky smile and grimace. And she's just so flamboyant and fun and witty. And I love being able to portray that night after night and just have fun. Dolores is such a fun character and Whoopi made her so much fun.
What was it like putting on The Habit for the first time?
Hot.
Was it?
The Habit is very hot and also very different. People have come to the show and they're like, oh my gosh, you all look the same. And I'm like, actually, yeah, that's right, we do.
It's the uniform.
It's the uniform. But look, it was. I never thought I'd see myself in a habit, never in my life. So putting that on and kind of standing there going, wow, this is the next 10 months of my life.
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
This is what I'd be if I was a nun.
Yeah, literally.
There's probably not many of us imagining ourselves in a habit. I've been getting religious education this week from Pete, who's been teaching me all about the Pope selection, which we feel is pretty much like going on Australian Idol or something of that nature.
Yeah, well, there's a part in the show, actually, which the penny dropped for me last week, where Mary Martin of Tours says, did the smoke change colour? Do we have a new Pope? And I sat there and I went, oh, that's what that means. On stage, I had this revelation. I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I wasn't brought up Catholic, so I sat there and I went,
so
that's quite funny.
Not an avid reader of the Bible.
Look,
then?
No. In character, yes. I learn about Benedicta and, all these things. But yeah, it's
incredible, Peter. It's called acting.
Right. Acting. Well, this is going to fare well then, because when we come back, we're going to play a round of real or fake.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, but the Bible stories version.
Oh, wow. Okay.
so-
Everyone strap yourselves in because I may get myself cancelled.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Sister Act, Casey Donovan. Tickets available from sisteractthemusical.com.au. It's now playing at Crown Theatre until the 25th of May. We learnt a little bit about you in the moments before when we chatted to you and you know, being the avid Bible reader that you are.
So avid.
Were you in my book club? Because
I think I was, yeah.
when religious education came to my school, my parents were like, this isn't really for us. And I had to get a free period in the library.
Yeah, and you got to colour in and just play on the
and I was on my
computers.
own for the start.
Okay.
By the end of it, I was running my own breakfast club. I had people joining me and we were hanging out.
Yeah, I think I was part of that group.
Yeah. So I
Wow.
think Casey and I are going to do equally well in this competition,
Very
Pete.
Well, that's nice to hear because it's you versus Casey.
Oh, wow.
All right. So this is a round of real or fake, the Bible
I love
edition.
the music. It's quite
is it?
quite nice.
Like
It's
that?
very serene.
Okay, like you're in the habit. Okay, here we go. So these are stories that are from the Bible that could be real or fake.
Okay.
You're right, mate.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Here's your first one. Noah accidentally leaves behind a pair of unicorns when he boards the ark, which is why they don't exist today.
That's got to be fake.
I mean, I feel like it could be true because there are no unicorns.
Oh, God, why? Oh, wow. So you think that they've been wiped out because he didn't put them on the ark?
I mean, possibly. It was roaming the world and, you know, picked up
She's
two
got a
of
good
every...
point.
These are stories from the Bible,
I mean,
right? Are you
There are
going
no
with true? It's a true story
I'll
from the
say
Bible?
true.
Okay, so it was fake. Oh, it was fake.
But the reasoning that you gave,
It was
solid.
look, I do love a unicorn.
Solid argument.
I'm really sad they're not here. But anyway, carry on.
All right, here's your next
Horses
story.
and hats.
After running from God's command, Jonah is thrown overboard during a storm and swallowed by a giant fish, living inside it for 3 days before being spat out.
Fake. That's Pinocchio.
Okay.
I've
it
heard
Moby
this
Dick?
story.
Right.
Moby Dick.
Is it? Is that a
No,
book?
Moby Dick. No. They were hunting the white whale.
Oh, see, I never read that. I don't
right?
read.
Yeah.
So this is...
Right.
The only thing I read are scripts because books physically make me tired.
Is that right?
Yeah. I can finish a script because it's only like, 130 pages. Anyway, getting off topic.
Cool
but
story. Real or fake?
I'll say fake.
That one was real. That's really in the
no.
Bible. Jeez, I need something a little bit more
It's so
vibey
good
here
that
for
we're
this,
good at
right?
other
Do we get
skills.
to break bread and have wine?
All right. Here we go. All right, here's the next one. Jesus meets a man possessed by a legion of demons. He casts them out into a herd of pigs, which then run into a lake and drown themselves. Look at the look on Casey's face.
Jesus, there's a demon.
Yeah, so
Jesus throws him to the pigs. The pigs run into the water.
No.
No?
No. He meets a man possessed by a legion of demons. He casts out the legion and places the legion of demons into a herd of pigs, and then the pigs then run into a lake and
So
drown.
why is a man with a demon running into the pigs and then the pigs all...
Right.
Is that a real story from the Bible or a fake story from the Bible?
I'm
Oh, yeah.
going to say, I'm going to say it's a real story.
Real story from
because
the
you
Bible.
made so many clarifications for Casey that made me think, nah, it's legit.
Maybe I'm just very Catholic.
I mean, that seems like an oxymoron in itself, calling it a real story.
I love how you're really giving this some
Because I'm
considerable
visualising now the demon pigs running into the water and I feel quite sad for them because what did they do? They don't even... Yeah,
thought. I
anyway.
know, poor pigs.
The wrong place, wrong time to
I
be
always feel
cast with a demon.
I always feel the same way when I walk into a butcher. Like, what did they do?
Bless them all.
Real or fake?
I'm going to say fake.
Fake. It is real. It's a real story.
Wow.
This was a tough
This is
comp,
blowing
though,
my
dude.
mind.
All right, I'll make it simple. A giant hand grabs a thief from the sky and drops him into a pit.
I mean,
Real.
That was fake. Last one. After being mocked by a group of boys for being bald, the prophet Elisha curses them. Then 2 bears come out of the woods and maul 42 of them.
True.
yeah, that's a real story. There's too many good facts in there.
There's so many good facts in there, and you would be correct. It is real.
Hey!
Oh my goodness.
Well done.
Bringing it home.
So much.
I know it's
That was quite violent for them.
it's a bit hardcore,
Yeah, but
isn't
you know,
it?
have you
a
seen
lot.
the start of any Disney movie?
Yeah.
Like, that's how they roll.
Actually, that's true. You know what's one thing I never thought about it until Kymba brought that to my attention.
What?
That the start of every Disney movie,
They always lose a parent or something terrible happens.
when
Like,
Bambi's mum gets shot.
it's just a story of resilience.
I mean, it's the typical poop sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
but
typical
it's
one.
kind of like just an inside-out poop sandwich.
And on that note,
good stuff in the
Sister Act
middle.
is fantastic and you should go and see it.
It's early. All right.
So great spending time with you.
The tickets are available from sixdirectthemusical.com.au, now playing at Crown Theatre until 25th of May. Good to catch up with you, Case.
Bless you.
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Dear Kymba.
Got an anonymous one again today, but I think that they haven't had the conversation with their partner yet.
Right, okay.
So we'll see. Dear Kymber, my partner and I have been saving for a house deposit, and we're both very dedicated to saving and both making sacrifices. But I just learned that my partner has been regularly giving his mum money, almost like an allowance, for a few years.
Okay.
On average, it's about $400 a month. I think it's admirable that my partner looks after his mum, but I can't help but feel that this puts us behind when his mum is already set up with a home. Is it fair to ask him to stop giving his mum money? Is it fair? I don't know. This is a tricky one, right? Because when you've got joint goals and you're working together and you're like, let's save all our money, we're setting ourselves up, let's do this. You're obviously trying to put in as much as you can. And it sounds tricky when you know that there's $400 going missing every month.
Yeah.
But also, don't you think you look at that and you go, it's a pretty lovely person.
Oh, it is
giving money to his mum.
It's absolutely beautiful. It is. This one, the hard one is the point that mum owns her property. So that's the hard one for me on this one, right? Because I would probably in that situation be looking at it and going, it's got to be a fair conversation, doesn't it? Like, we're trying to save for a property. $400 a month is going to your mum. And I get that that's a wonderfully beautiful thing, but we have this goal. She owns the property. I think if she didn't, she was renting or something like that, I think I'd feel differently. But also, if I put myself...
just because if you've got the house, it still means you've got the rates, you've still got the bills, and I guess we don't know his mum's financial situation. Like, that might not be that she's got enough money to pay her own bills and food and stuff. He might be genuinely helping her out. And
God knows there's plenty of people out there who probably have their property or something and would be finding it incredibly difficult living on a pension.
Yes.
Now, because with the pension, they don't take the fact that you own a property into account. Like, all of that sort of stuff is just... They don't care. So, yeah, it's a hard one, but I think you've got to be open to the conversation at the very least.
I think so too. I mean, you've got to have the conversation, don't you? Because you've got to go, how is this going to be ongoing? And you've got to find some kind of peace with it if he's not willing to budge.
I think clearly he's got to have a pretty good reason to be doing it. That's not just, it's my mum going to send her $400 a month.
Wouldn't you imagine if you were doing that for a little while, you get to the point where you can't just say, hey, mum, we've got other priorities now, we're going to stop. Because surely in that time, she says it's been for a few years. So obviously mum's getting older.
But also,
when do you cut that off?
Wouldn't mum understand?
Let's find out.
Mum's probably been in that situation,
I mean, I love the idea that he's looking after his family, but let's go 13 10 60. Try and give Anonymous some help here. I don't know. Is it fair to ask him to stop giving his mum money? Marilyn, what are your thoughts? Is it fair to ask him to stop giving his mum some money?
Well, I wouldn't be so worried about that. I think it's lovely that, we all help our parents and stuff. However, my worry would be that he hasn't told me. And I found out, however, after 2 years. He's been doing it 2 years. So what else is he hiding from her?
That is true. And I wonder whether it's one of those things where, if it was something he'd been doing for a long time, because she said here he'd been giving it for a few years. So I don't know how long that had been. But if you're already doing it and you start dating someone, it might not be something that comes up in conversation. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, well, this is my money. I do this. It's no one's business.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself in a more long-term serious relationship where you start saving money for a house and maybe it just hasn't come up.
Oh, I would have thought it would come up pretty early in the piece if the two of them are together saving for a house. Like, all chips would have to be on the table, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
For something like that.
Okay, let's see. Leanne, what do you think?
I think it's time he stops paying his mum.
Why is that?
It's lovely. It's great that he does it because it's their time now. Unless he's got something from years gone by where he's actually paying his mum back, then $400 a month is a lot of money when you're trying to save for a house. Today, she's had her life. She's got her house. If she has to have her son support her, then she needs to have a look at her finances.
Okay, right. See, so maybe it's understandable because I do think people feel that way, that they go, this is your time now. You've got to build a family or a life together.
Yeah, and I think generally most mothers would be thinking that way too. Like, how could I possibly take $400 from my son every month when they're trying to get their family together? You know?
Bruce, what do you think? Is it fair to ask him to stop giving his mum money?
Hello, Bruce. Hi, Bruce.
Yeah, speaking.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you go on.
Yeah, I think it is fair. Like, I mean, she brought you up, and obviously it depends on each individual financial situation, but $400 isn't like sheep stations per month. So I think it's fair, and yeah, it's cool.
It's still a lot of money. Mate, there's a lot of people out there who would be absolutely scrimping to try and pull together $400 a month to give to someone else.
Would you do this, Bruce? Would you give your parents money?
Yeah, sure, I would.
And your partner would?
And in fact, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How much do you give your mum every month?
I don't want to tell the exact figure, but it'll be about $700 a month.
Okay, well,
About
that's very
that.
generous.
Jeez,
that's very generous. Bruce, is that just because you want to help out or because they're struggling, or is it just something that, do you have a partner? Do they know about it?
Oh, I have a partner. They know something's going on, but they don't know the exact.
See,
I
told
my
you,
money, I do what I want.
They don't talk about it because it's just something that he does.
Yeah, but something knows a little bit, but not the full extent. There's got to be some reason why you haven't said anything. Do you think she wouldn't take it well?
Yeah, yes, definitely she wouldn't take it well, and also she might. Well, at the very least, she'd tell me to, pipe down the payments a bit, half it or something.
Right, yeah, okay.
See, that sounds like a bigger conversation between Bruce and his partner needs to take place there too. There's a lot going on there that's being unsaid in that relationship, and imagine when that comes out. I'm keeping so many secrets, Pete. Hey, happy Mother's Day for all the mums who celebrated yesterday, by the way.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins presents The Wedding You Built.
It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
Did you have to turn Ben's mic down then because he just started under his breath going brr, brr, brr. But look, it is The Wedding You Built. We have got Josh and Lisa getting married on this show in about 2 weeks' time.
That's right.
It's nothing. It is really going quickly, and we are getting all of WA to vote on every element of their wedding. So far we know that they are getting married at the Barrett Lane Function Centre. Which will be beautiful.
Lovely.
And Lisa is skydiving in. That's how she's going to be arriving. Just a casual skydive.
Lisa and Josh are with us right now. Good morning to you guys. Now, Lisa, has it sunk in yet that you're skydiving into your own wedding?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay, good.
I'm ready for that.
Good.
You guys have been from the beginning saying you're up for anything, and so we just don't really know what WA are going to throw at you. And over the weekend, we said we've got to talk the bridal dress. It's the most important part for many brides. And so we gave you a couple of options. Pete, do we want to go over the options again?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Before we do the big reveal, so the options for the wedding dress were the Temu wedding dress.
Order may not arrive in time. Product may vary slightly to image shown. Could be a magical disaster.
That was a good one.
It was a very good one.
Also, the balloon dress.
Yes, the balloon dress.
Which I believe was Lisa's preference, right, Lisa?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you were keen to skydive in a bunch of balloons.
What about the durability of balloons? They've got to last.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
we realised that she would just look like she had a bunch of broken pieces of rubber stuck on her dress by the time she actually arrived.
And then, of course, the other one was the
sumo wrestler.
The sumo wrestlers. All right, let's do it.
I really hoped that WA would come to the party and have you dressed as a sumo wrestler, Lisa, because I thought it would be hilarious.
We might need a sumo suit.
Well, Ben's shaking his head.
I can't believe that.
You don't think that was a good option?
It would look amazing. We were talking about the photos of the kiss. Josh having to lean over the belly and everything while it was going on.
It's going to be grand. Well, guys, Josh, what did you vote for?
I voted for the Temu dress.
Okay, yeah, even though it might not turn up and it might not look how we thought it might. Okay.
Yeah.
Lisa, what did you vote for?
I voted for the balloon dress.
Yeah, good.
Okay, Pete, you went balloon.
I went balloon.
And I went sumo wrestler.
Yep. What would you have voted for, Benny, over the weekend?
Timu.
The Timu dress.
Yeah.
Right.
Big risks. Okay, let's see. The results are in. We can tell you that WA has decided you will not be going to your wedding in the sumo wrestler costume.
Okay, bye-bye, sumo wrestler.
It only got
Bye-bye.
9% of the vote, which I was quite disappointed by.
I'm stunned.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stunned with that one.
The next one came in at 39%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So getting a bit more up
This
there
is
in the
close.
choices.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, Lisa, it was the balloon dress. You've missed out. It looks like you're getting your Timu dress.
Order may not arrive in time. Product may vary slightly to image shown. Could be a magical disaster.
It's locked in. The winner was the Timu dress with 52% of the vote. So, Lisa, we're going to go on Timu. We're going to order you something, and we hope it turns up in time, and we have no idea if it's going to fit.
So if it doesn't turn up, does she get the second choice?
Well, that's
You may still get the balloons, after all.
Or the sumo suit to cover the team dress.
Yeah, right. Very good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be anything.
That might work.
Could be
Lisa,
anything.
I would love to ask you, apart from the fact your phone line's a bit rubbish at the moment, I would love to ask what you want us to look for in the Timu dress, but the fact is you don't get any say across your wedding, so we're just going to pick something for you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Good luck.
All right, you two sit tight, because when we come back in just a few moments, we're going to reveal to you what the people listening to this show will be voting for are the choices for the rings for the day.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins presents The Wedding You Built.
It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
All right, Lisa and Josh, they're still with us, ready for the next category, Kymba.
I mean, of course they're still with us. They're getting married at the end of this month, legally on air on our show. WA, you are all invited to join us on air that day and be a part of the wedding. And I know they're not going anywhere because we've got the bride, Lisa, skydiving into her wedding and she's still showing up every day.
That's good. Good, Lisa.
Lisa, Josh, we have just locked in. We've just told you that WA have voted on your bridal dress and your outfit will be a dress that we order from Timu.
Awesome. That'd be wicked.
We don't know what it's going to look like and neither do you. So,
All right, guys. Time for the next category. Now, the next category is massive. It's the rings.
The
Let's
rings.
see what that is.
Yeah.
That should be interesting.
Lollipop ring.
What are you sporting at the moment with your engagement ring, Lisa? What did Josh get you?
He got me. Oh, Josh, what did you get me? It's
got
a
nice-
ring.
Nice
Yeah,
diamond engagement ring.
Just a yellow
18
gold
karat
diamond.
gold. Yellow
Okay.
gold.
Beautiful. Sounds lovely.
That does sound lovely.
I wonder if it'll go with any of these.
All right.
Okay.
So, should we start with the really nice one first?
Yeah, I think.
Start
yeah.
with the really
Okay.
nice one first,
I
right?
mean-
Because this was always going to be one that was going to be there, surely.
Of
Now,
course.
our dear friends who have been long-time friends of us here at the Pete and Kymba Show with Ben Cousins, Socklich & Co. Jewelers,
Yeah.
they have got one of their incredible designer rings
Nice.
that they've been happy to give to us
Very
for this
beautiful.
wedding.
Yeah.
All right.
So they've come forward and said, absolutely, we'll offer that.
Couple of those, all right? And celebrating 60 years, a stunning new boutique in South Perth, which we can take you to go and have a look. Discover handcrafted jewellery designed to be treasured for a lifetime. And that's what it is, treasured for a lifetime.
It does sound really beautiful, but quite traditional, doesn't it? Because WA, you could also go, the Socklich & Co. rings sound good, but you could be voting for burger rings.
I said that one.
Burger rings,
Yeah.
which is, they might not last a lifetime, but your love does. Your love does.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, when it falls off, you just grab another one
just
from the
grab
packet.
another one, that's it.
No, got a snack for later. It's all good.
Okay, so it could be that, could be burger rings, and there's one last option. You could be getting tattoo rings done by Ben Cousins.
Oh, Lord.
That'd be nice.
I'm Okay.
Oh, Lisa's not sure, Ben.
They're
Maybe you
putting
need
me-
Oh, no,
Putting me
100%.
back to
It's
work.
a tattoo. I love my tattoo.
Ben, I feel like you need to reassure people that you could do this job.
Oh, listen, I'm
Yeah,
going
he's got
to
this.
put a bit of research into it. I'll be better for the run anyway because you guys will be my second job. And I am also happy to tattoo under the Socklich & Co. ring if that does happen to get up.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
that'd be
So
lovely.
you can't take mine off on a Saturday night.
No, you can't. It is for life, isn't it, that
It is,
tattoo?
yes,
and
it is.
let me tell you guys, I've seen Ben doing his little scribbles over there on his book. He's done some 90s tribal tattoos. There's some good gear there.
Oh, nice.
Some really classy looking numbers over there. So good luck. We're putting it out to vote. So Pete and Kymba
Awesome.
Instagram is where everyone has to go. Go and vote for the ring. Will it be a Socklich & Co. designer ring, a burger ring, or a tattoo ring done by Ben Cousins? Can we ask what you guys are voting for?
A tattoo ring, 100%.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'd go the nice ring for my wife.
Yeah, okay.
that's
Josh
understandable.
wants Socklich
Yeah.
& Co.
Working out, Josh is pretty chill when it comes to this stuff, isn't it? You know, quite traditional in your thinking, Josh.
And throughout, they have had different votes for a lot of things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's see how we go. Come on, W8 is up to you. You've got 24 hours by 8 o'clock tomorrow. That's it. It's locked in.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
You had a big week last week.
I did.
Because we understood and told everybody you'd just joined this new app, Swysh, which is like Cameo, where you get celebrities to record videos for you and put out a little message. And you had a few to do for Mother's Day, a few requests.
Had a couple.
How many? Can I ask how many? How many came through?
Couldn't give you an exact number.
No, but are we
Really?
talking
But
like
more than a
If you've got
couple of
the opportunity
handfuls.
Yeah.
to talk to
a few
send a
people?
message out to a few people's
We
lovely mums on Mother's Day. And my mum's back taking my calls too. So
Oh, that's great.
That's good news.
That's great.
For those that are interested. Back taking calls.
I
was
think people
wrapped.
are interested. They want
Yeah.
to know. Do you, when you get them, do you do them word for word? Like, do people tell you what to say, or do people just say, "Hey, can you give a message?"
Yeah, sometimes they prefer word for word. Other times,
And you will do it word
ad-lib
for word.
All right.
a little bit.
Yep.
Ad lib a bit.
Do you get any cheeky ones? Did some of them get a little bit personal?
Oh no, it's
No?
generally it's
It's pretty tame,
yeah.
generally.
Would you reject it if they did? Because we were wondering if anyone was going to send a bit of a, some people out there are a bit toey,
Yeah, a little
and
bit.
that they might send something that was fresh.
Yeah, I don't mind walking the line a little bit.
All right. Now, another question. Do you remember getting a request from Nicole who asked you to send a Happy Mother's Day message to Rita? Do you remember that one from last week at all?
No, see, there's too many mums out there. There's
There's
too
a
many.
lot of mums.
Rita.
Yeah, happy birthday, Happy Mother's Day, Rita.
Rita.
Yeah.
Look, let's
I think so. Go on. This was you guys, was it?
We did. Can you believe this?
Very
I said no,
insincere.
Ben. I said,
Hey?
let's not do this.
Yeah, this mate. See,
I said, let's not do it. Number one, because
I'm sure you did.
this doesn't seem fair. Well, number two, why are we paying him $116 when we could just ask him to do it for free? Sits right here on the desk.
Yeah. Anyway,
We don't have to sit through it anyway.
No,
do we?
we do.
No.
Just want to
See,
say
this does make me feel ill.
We just wanted to see if you would deliver.
Like proper, physically feeling something not
Fantastic.
well.
Oh, I've got a bucket here if you need it.
Now-
I just want to say thank you for doing it.
Do you want to hear first? Do you want me to read out what the request was, or have you got audio to play there of the request?
So
Okay.
the request was pretty chill, I reckon. Go on.
Yeah, well, the request was, hey, it's Ben Cousins here. Yeah, the Ben Cousins. It's really me.
No.
Oh, you know this one.
Yeah.
Now, being a mother is not easy. I've run 15 kilometres, but I've never made a human with my body.
This is
Respect.
making me, yes, I should have picked up on this.
You're the real
I don't-
MVP, and that's coming from an actual
I'm
MVP.
really upset with you.
I'll wrap up with a quick
And you.
song. You're simply the best. Happy Mother's Day, Rita.
Oh,
The fact you're cringing already is not a great start.
I really remember this one now.
Great.
You know,
And
big ups to you, Ben, because you could have said no. Apparently, you can decline a request, and you chose not to. You went ahead with it.
You're a legend.
Decline.
It's too late.
Did I mention that I am not accepting your apology for fibbing to me? Apology not accepted.
So here's the thing. When we come back, we're going to play the message.
Okay, I might go before then.
You're welcome to. It's okay, mate. We haven't heard it yet, mate, so we're going to be living it with you, okay? All right? Come here, mate.
Wicked.
Let's put our arms
He's
around each other.
actually taking his headphones off and he's already leaving the room.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
So excited for this. Been waiting all weekend for this,
You're
Benny.
no good. You're no good, just so you know.
What are the words that you would use, Ben, to describe the way we make you feel when we talk about this Swysh app where people are paying you to leave video messages for their loved ones?
Dirty and I don't feel good.
When we turned the
right?
mics off, Ben said, you guys are making me feel cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, ill. Physically
ill.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah, because we did pay, like everybody who's gone on Swysh, we have paid from a fake listener. We threw forward Nicole and we said Nicole wanted a birthday message for her mum, Rita, and we asked you to please video this message and send it to us. Now, Pete and I have not heard it.
No, we haven't.
Very ingenuous. Yeah.
Do you mean disingenuous?
Disingenuous. Yes, disingenuous. I do mean that. That's exactly what I mean. And it doesn't surprise me, you know exactly how to pronounce and spell the word. And
Now, here's the thing, right? So what's really amazing about this is that the audio that we received back of you filling our order is about a minute and a half. Now, Kymba, the stuff we sent over in the first place, I reckon there's like 15, 20 seconds there at best.
Well, but
which means you put effort into this.
We did try to make you feel a little uncomfortable by putting in things we knew you wouldn't like because you're quite a humble bloke. And putting in the line like, hey, it's Ben Cousins here. Yeah, the Ben Cousins. It's really me.
It's
we were
really
like, we knew you would hate that bit. We also thought
I hated that bit.
We also thought you're going to really hate the bit at the end where we say, I'm going to wrap up with a quick song of You're Simply the Best. Because you hate singing.
Oh, please, I hope you sung. Oh, I hope you sung.
We haven't heard it. So
all right.
Let's just see whether Ben delivered.
Are you okay? Are you ready for this?
I'm not okay, no.
All right. Okay, here we go. This is the audio you sent us back.
G'day, Rita. Ben Cousins here. It is really me. I just wanted to get in touch to say, firstly, g'day. I hope you're well. And to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I understand that you are 98 years old. That is truly amazing in itself. I have so much respect for your longevity. My grandmother actually only turned 98 a couple of weeks ago, and we celebrated that. And I understand how big an achievement that is. But being a mother, it is not easy. I may have run 15 kilometres, but I have never made a human with my body. So you have my utmost respect. And talking to somebody very close to you who speaks very highly of you and tells me you're so amazing and that you are the real MVP, and that's coming from me, an actual MVP, but you are the real MVP. And if I was to break out in song right now, I would be singing You're Simply the Best by Tina Turner, which aptly applies to you. Happy Mother's Day, Rita. I do hope you get the chance to let your hair down for it. You absolutely deserve it. Enjoy. Over and out from Ben and Nicole.
You are such a ripping bloke.
You are no good.
No, honestly.
That did not go how I expected.
That was so heartfelt and deep
That was
and beautiful.
excellent.
Oh, yeah.
That was excellent. I thought that could be a poop show. I thought it was great. Great delivery. You were very sincere. And also, throwing in a personal story about your nana.
Yeah.
Little anecdote was a little bonus.
Yeah, way to be relatable.
We didn't pay for that. And you made those lines sound really natural.
Yeah.
I think this work that you've been putting into training him off air has been doing all right.
Mate, I'll tell you what, $116 for that. What a bargain. What an absolute bargain.
I would say you over-delivered.
You are incredible. That was amazing.
Apology not accepted.
Mate, we paid
I'm so
you.
glad I didn't sing.
What are you talking about? We
I'm
paid you
so
$116
glad
for
I didn't
this.
sing.
Mate, well done. and appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Good
What a
on
way
you.
to start your Monday.
All right. Hey, tomorrow on the show, all right, we will bring you the results for the wedding you built, the latest thing you're voting on for our couple that's getting married in just a couple of weeks here on the show. You are voting for what the ring is going to be between the two of them, all right? So it might be the designer rings, it could be burger rings, it could be tattoo rings being tattooed by our very own Benny Cousins here. If you want to get involved, and you should do, go and vote right now. Pete and Kymba on Instagram. We'll catch you tomorrow with the results.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins are off to grab a bargain, and you can too with Chemist Warehouse. Stock up and save now with the Chemist Warehouse half-price cosmetics sale.